Michael Jordan NBA Finals, Willis Reed NBA Playoffs, Kirk Gibson World Series, Steve Merril WagerTalk TV. What do they all have in common? Well, they step up when they're injured. My vocal cords are injured, but they still bring their A game. We're going to do that here. All four NBA playoff games for you, and a quick story why I'm hoarse right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. And look, I'm fine. The voice has been going all week due to allergies, and then I coached an all-day basketball tournament for my 7th grade team today on Saturday, and the voice is officially shot, but I am stepping up because I told you I would do every NBA playoff game every day this entire postseason, and I will continue to do so. We got 4 games this Sunday. It might not sound pretty, but I still look pretty. I'm going to get to all 4 games right now. Let's do it rapid fire just in case the vocal cords give out in the next 10 minutes. First 2 games Sunday on ABC National TV. And by the way, if you appreciate me doing the video with half a voice, thumbs up, like, comment below. Let me know if you like the raspy voice better. You might. You never know. I got the volume turned up on the mic, so hopefully it's coming through loud and clear on your radio FM dial. First game, New York, Detroit, ABC National TV, 1 o'clock Eastern. This has been a very tight series throughout. I thought it would be. Bad beat with the Pistons in Game 1. They were up 98-90 in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks went on that incredible 21-0 run to win by just 11. As I told you in the video earlier last week, I liked the Pistons in Game 2 to bounce back. They did so. And then we had a strong client best bet on the Knicks on Friday night in Game 3. And that was part of our 8-1 NBA run. By the way, we're on a 9-3 NBA run heading into Sunday, and I'm mad. That's another reason the voice is gone. We should be 11-1. You know it's going well when you're upset about a 9-3, 75% NBA run. We had the Nuggets team total over 103. We had Nuggets first half, easy winner last night on Saturday. But we had Nuggets team total over 103. All they needed was 18 points or more in the fourth quarter, and they scored 16. Of course, if that dunk doesn't count, it goes to overtime. So tough loss there. Friday night, we had the Magic first half, not full game, and they won the full game outright. I'll get to that in a moment. But once again, 9-3 NBA run, going well, but we could easily be 11-1. We're seeing it tight, and I did see Game 3 right the other night with the Knicks. I think the bounce back probably favors the Pistons here now. Even series, and the sharp money agrees. Game opened Knicks -1 the other day, and now it's Detroit -2. And I agree with that sharp money move. I think the Pistons probably tied this series up 2-2. Should be a tight series throughout, including this game on Sunday afternoon. All right, let's look at the next game. Also on ABC National TV at 3:30 Eastern, Lakers and T-Wolves. You know, I talked about that Nuggets finish. Nuggets were up by over 20 points, or up by 20 actually, heading into the fourth quarter. They took their foot off the gas for some reason and almost lost outright. Got to wonder if the league wants that series to be extended, and I think maybe they do. They got the benefit of that questionable call, the dunk at the end. Got to wonder if the league doesn't want this Lakers-Minnesota series to be extended as well. And if that's the case, I think the Lakers will probably get some favorable calls here on Sunday afternoon. By the way, comment below. I joked tongue-in-cheek a little bit about the calls going their way, but there does seem to be something to it. And you got to figure the NBA wants LeBron playing as long as possible and Doncic. So I think the Lakers probably get the calls here in Game 4, and they're a live dog for that reason at plus 3.5 points. By the way, LeBron walked off with about a second or two to go the other night. He had a good game overall, but he was not happy. Very tough to fade him here if you're looking at any player props. I look for him to bring his A game, and I think they will extend this series to at least 6 or 7 games, and that probably starts with a Game 4 win here on Sunday afternoon. That game at 3:30 Eastern on ABC. All right, let's look at the 2 nighttime games. Both of these are on TNT National TV at 7 Eastern. Boston, Orlando. Told you when the series began last weekend when I did my series previews for all these that the best spot we could have in the playoffs is probably Celtics coming off a loss. Well, I mentioned that tough beat with Orlando. We used them first half instead of full game for my best bet service. I gave you Orlando in the video, first half, full game the other night. I know many of you cashed with that. But I got a little too fancy, and we were, instead of going 9-0, we went 8-1 with that loss on Friday night. And then, of course, we had the tough beat at the buzzer there with the Nuggets. So once again, 9-3 run could easily be 11-1, and one of those was Magic first half instead of full game. But I was glad that Orlando came back to win outright, because what it does is it sets up a nice spot on the Celtics here in the bounce back in Game 4. What I'd mentioned to you last week, of course, is that Class A teams off a loss, and especially the Celtics off a loss, have been money in the bank. Great during the regular season, great in the postseason the last few years, and it should work here. Now, there are some injuries for the Boston Celtics, and that's why this line isn't more inflated. In fact, looks like Holiday is not going to play for the Celtics. He's downgraded to doubtful with the hamstring injury, actually ruled out as far as I saw Saturday night. And then Jaylen Brown is downgraded to questionable. So he's 50-50, but he's been downgraded with the knee injury. So they could be without Brown. They're probably going to be without Holiday. But once again, Class A teams like the Celtics, as long as they got Tatum healthy. And by the way, he wasn't supposed to play in Game 3 and had a monster game the other night. So for that reason, I like the fact they're a little shorthanded. I think they'll come focused. And we saw that back in Game 2, which normally has been the letdown spot for the Celtics, wasn't, because with Tatum out or injured the other night in Game 2, they did step up and play well, and then they let down in Game 3 as I thought they would. This looks like a good bounce-back spot for the defending world champs. Boston Celtics, if you're going to play it, I would lay it with the -6.5, even if they are a bit shorthanded at 7 Eastern. By the way, it makes player props really tricky in that game, with both Holiday and Brown doubtful to questionable. Tatum banged up. It's hard to know who's going to get the bulk of the heavy lifting there for the Celtics. So I'd probably stay away from the player props in that game. One guy that is less questionable, at least overall, and we can maybe rely on a bit more for Boston is Porzingis. And he had only 7 points, 3 for 10 shooting, 0 for 3 from 3 in that loss the other night. So I do think Porzingis probably bounces back. Al Horford only got 5 shot attempts, 6 points. I'd stay away from him. But once again, with Brown questionable, Holiday likely out, I think Derek White will have to pick up the load as well. He played a team high, almost 39.5 minutes, over 39.5 minutes in Game 3. 16 points, but he took 14 shot attempts. And Porzingis, once again, had 7 points, but was only 3 for 10. So I think Porzingis over White over could be worth a look if they do hold Tatum in check, who had an incredible 36 points, 9 rebounds when he was listed as doubtful right before the game started. All right, let's finish it off with your late game, 9:30 Eastern. Stay in the Eastern Conference. We stay on TNT National TV, and that is Indiana and Milwaukee. Another series I told you last week, I was doing my series previews, I thought would probably go 6 or 7 games, and it looks like we're on pace to do that now that Milwaukee got back on track. They're still down 1-2 in this series, but they're a hefty 4.5, 5-point favorite here. I would lean Pacers in this one, though. I think the zigzag is going to continue to work. I think Indiana's probably the better overall team, the better offensive team. Another way you could play this is Indiana team total over 110.5, 111. So even if Milwaukee gets the win as a favorite, I think the Pacers still get their points. This has been a high-scoring series so far also. Game 1 stayed under because Milwaukee got blown out. Game 2, 238 points, and then just 218 points the other night on Friday in Game 3. But once again, pace was not that fast. In fact, Indiana was only 13 for 41 from three-point range, and the Bucks were 15 for 41. So the pace was a little quicker is what I meant to say than the final score. I think the Pacers bounce back. If they don't get the outright win, I think they're a live dog. But the team total, Pacers over 110.5, 111, might be the best way to attack Indiana playing better here on Sunday night. As far as player props, some Pacer props, if they do have a high-scoring game, we probably look at some overs. Obviously, Halliburton's been very mediocre so far in this series, but I think he's due for a breakout game. Somebody else also, Nesmith had 13 shot attempts, 18 points. Siakam had 19 shot attempts, 28 points. Turner is a guy that might pile back. Miles Turner, 1 for 9 shooting and 0 for 6 from 3, had only 6 points. I think Miles Turner could be a sneaky over points prop in Game 4 as I look for him to bounce back with a better effort. All right, there you go. Quick hitter fashion, a little faster than normal because it's Sunday. Wanted to get this video up late Saturday night for you. Coaching all day. I've got no voice left. Yelling at the TV when the dunk goes in at the buzzer. Hey, but I'm good. We're going to rest up the vocal cords and we'll come back strong for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day this week because I will continue to do every NBA playoff game every day. I was tested Sunday. Could have dialed it in, listed as questionable, but I'm playing. Hope you found it useful. If you did, thumbs up, like, comment below. You know I love the comments. I read them. I reply back. Let's win together here on WagerTalk TV. And don't forget, click subscribe. 200,000 subscribers. Can't be wrong here on the channel. And make sure you hit that bell as well so you never miss out when a free play video is posted each and every day right here on WagerTalk TV. You'll get an instant alert when my NBA video goes up each and every day. By the way, 3 strong best bets for Sunday. I love this Sunday card. My 75% run this week continues with 3 strong best bets for Sunday. Each game is 25. So if you bought all 3 games, it'd be 75. But don't do that. Get the NBA playoffs for just $159 with promo code HOOPS 159. HOOPS 159. Gave that to you on Saturday. I'm going to give it to you again on Sunday. The rest of the NBA playoffs is just $159 the next 2 months with promo code HOOPS 159. Here's what you do. Some people were asking about this in the chat on Saturday. You go to the page, you will see the basketball drop-down menu. Select the rest of the NBA season. I think it's like 189 normally, And at checkout, use promo code HOOPS159, HOOPS159, and you'll get that price down to $159 for the rest of the NBA season. Or if you want baseball, which is also on a monster run right now, you might want to consider an All Sports All Access. And yes, the 1-year All Access Pass is still available for about $1 a play, $3 a day, with promo code SM365. The way that works is so simple. You select the 1-year All Access, and when you enter SM365 at checkout, you get an instant $811 discount off the normal rate. That gets it down to about $1 a play for all of next year's college and pro football, college basketball, next year's NBA regular season into the playoffs, next year's start of baseball, the rest of this playoffs, 365 days and nights are about $1 a play. Last year, we went on a monster run starting right now in late April. Fantastic NBA playoffs, which we're having once again, and an incredible baseball season. In fact, we won over 100 units alone in baseball last year, doubled our bankroll with baseball alone, and by the end of August, all sports clients were already up 100 units by the end of August last summer. Let's do it again here in 2025. If you've been thinking about taking a serious investment approach, now really is a great time to get on board and get the 1-year All Access. And best of all, you save $811 instantly with promo code SM365. Why 811? Because that gets it down to exactly $99 a month, $3 a day. That's about $1 a play because I average like 2 to 3 plays per day. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Get there quicker. Shortcut WT.buzz/SM. Don't forget, I also post a free play every day. Last cut from my best bet card goes up as a free play, a free strong opinion for everybody. You can also see the last 20 best bets, win or lose. Once again, a couple bad beats. 9-3 NBA run could easily be 11-1 because you can go look at the best bets. You'll see what I'm talking about. You can read the analysis by clicking on them as well. Seriously, treat this as a true investment approach. Go to my page every day, even if you're still building your bankroll. Every client gets the same best bet I'm using every day, whether it's a 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, a 1 year, doesn't matter. If I'm using the game, my clients get it. Same plays I've used for the last 29 years as a full-time professional handicapper. Same games I win with consistently on a daily basis for my clients as well. Let's win together. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Hey, get to there quicker. WT.buzz/SM. On the way out, follow me on Instagram and X at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And once again, comment below. What are your thoughts on these 4 NBA games Sunday? Sides, totals, player props. What are you looking at? I read the comments and I reply back. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.